All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're breaking down the entire Walmart Marketplace fee structure for 2026. If you're selling on their platform, or even just thinking about it, you have got to understand these numbers. Seriously, this is the key to actually protecting your profits. So, let's get into it.
I want to start with the really direct question, one that every single seller should be asking themselves, like all the time. It's so easy to see that revenue number go up, right? But are you truly making money after all the costs are taken out?
And that's the thing, isn't it? This is where so many sellers get tripped up. You know, a few percentage points lost here because you picked the wrong category, or some unexpected fulfillment charge there. It can completely wipe out your margins before you even know what happened. I like to think of it like a puzzle. Each fee is a different piece, and if you don't know how they all fit together, that final picture, your profit, is just not going to make any sense. So today, we're going to put that puzzle together for you.
Okay, so where do we even begin? We start with Walmart's single biggest advantage for sellers, and that is their pay-when-you-sell model.
I mean, just look at this comparison. Unlike Amazon's professional plan, which hits you with that monthly fee, Walmart charges zero, zilch, nothing. You don't pay a single dime until you actually make a sale. This is a huge deal. It immediately lowers the barrier to entry and cuts down your fixed costs. And what this really means is you can experiment. You can test out new products without that financial pressure breathing down your neck. There's no fee to keep your account open, no matter how many things you list. And this is a big one. Using their fulfillment service, WFS, is totally optional. You have complete control over your logistics.
Okay, now for the big one. The first and most important piece of our profit puzzle, the referral fee. This is the one cost you absolutely cannot avoid. It applies to every single transaction. So what is it? Well, put simply, it's Walmart's commission. It's their cut for bringing a customer to your digital doorstep. It's calculated as a percentage of the total sale price, and yeah, that includes shipping costs, and it usually falls somewhere between 8 and 20%.
And this is where things get really interesting. That percentage changes a lot depending on the category. For example, consumer electronics are on the low end at 8%, but apparel is almost double that at 15%. And then you've got these special cases like jewelry, which uses a tiered system. I'm telling you, getting your product into the right category is absolutely critical. Let's walk through this tiered example because it perfectly shows why these little details matter so much. Say you sell a piece of jewelry for $400. Walmart doesn't just take 20% of the whole thing. Nope. They take 20% of the first $250 and then a much smaller 5% on the rest. This system actually ends up helping sellers on higher-priced items. Pretty cool, right?
All right, so we've covered the fee you have to pay. Now let's get into the two biggest optional costs, Walmart Fulfillment Services, or WFS, and advertising. These are the levers that can either skyrocket your growth or, well, sink your margins if you're not careful. So, if you choose to use WFS, that's where Walmart stores, picks, packs, and ships your items for you, this is your starting number, $3.45 for any item up to 1 pound. Think about it, that one fee replaces your own boxes, tape, labor, and shipping costs. For a lot of sellers, that's a fantastic deal. But fulfillment isn't the only WFS cost. You've also got storage, and this is something every seller needs to plan for. Just look at that jump in Q4. Your storage fees literally triple from October to December. So if you have inventory that's not moving, just sitting in a warehouse during the holidays, oh man, it will eat into your profits fast. And then of course you have advertising. Walmart runs on a pretty standard pay-per-click model. The most important thing to know here is that you have total control. You can set strict daily budgets so you never, ever overspend, and you only pay when a shopper actually clicks on your ad.
Okay, so now we have all the main pieces of the puzzle out on the table. Let's start putting them together, see the full picture, and talk about how you can actually protect your bottom line.
Let's look at a simple, real-world example on a $100 sale. A 10% referral fee is $10. The WFS fee for a common 2-pound item is $5.45. So right there, you're already at over 15% in costs, and that's before you even think about advertising, storage, or, the actual cost of your product. It's not crazy at all for total cost to hit 25, even 30%.
And this brings us to what might be the most important takeaway of all. Chasing revenue just for the sake of revenue is a vanity metric. What really, truly matters is your margin. As the experts say, Smart sellers focus not only on sales, but on what they keep after fees.
So how do you keep more of your money? Well, here are 5 super actionable strategies from the pros. First, go back and double-check your product categories. Next, be really smart about which products you send to WFS. Then, set and stick to strict ad budgets. Also, work on reducing returns with really clear listings. And finally, always audit your payment reports for errors.
Now, all this great information comes from the team at StarterX. They're a Walmart marketplace agency that helps sellers navigate this exact profit puzzle every single day. After seeing all these different pieces, I get it. You might be feeling a bit overwhelmed. You might be wondering how all this stuff is going to impact your business, or where you should even begin to start optimizing.
Look, StarterX isn't just reporting on this stuff from the sidelines. They are in the trenches, actively managing over 200 profitable stores. They are inside these seller accounts, analyzing fee breakdowns and tweaking things for their clients day in and day out.
So if you want to make sure your store is built for profit from the ground up, or maybe you need help fixing a margin problem that's been bugging you, the final piece of advice here is to reach out to the experts. You can book a free consultation with their Walmart specialists and get guidance tailored just for your business. Remember, don't just sell, sell profitably.